Good evening. Thanks for being here. We begin tonight with a workplace that is described as toxic, an icy work environment where mistrust is palpable. It's the Esquimalt Fire Department, and an assessment of that comes in a just-released workplace audit that describes department morale. The Township of Esquimalt ordered the audit by BC's former Conflict of Interest Commissioner back in June as a result of escalating costs for overtime. The report has found that firefighters were calling in sick as the only way they could find to show how unhappy they are. A News reporter Andrew Johnson has details of the report and where the department goes from here.
The allegations contained within an audit of the Esquimalt Fire Department describe a workplace filled with low morale and resentment. It all appears to have started in 2003 when the Esquimalt Police-Fire Department ceased to exist, and some police officers became firefighters on the new force. BC's former Conflict of Interest Commissioner Ted Hughes puts it this way in his report. It was explained to me that there is a continuing clash of ideas and ideals between those with a police background and those who have only been firefighters. I was told that it is very difficult to adopt backwards into a team environment. Hughes says firefighters tell him the department has been coasting ever since and has descended into a work environment described as toxic and icy. Escalating costs led the Township of Esquimalt to order the audit by Hughes in June, costs which he attributes to a culture of calling in sick. From what I have been told, I have concluded that it is indisputable that calling in sick occurs from time to time simply because the caller so hates the work environment that he decides not to face it on a particular day and makes his call in to be off sick for the next day or more. I was told by a firefighter calling in sick is the only weapon that men have to show they are unhappy outside of insubordination. Hughes' report recommends a restructuring of the management of the department similar to what exists in Oak Bay, which is the model Esquimalt Fire was patterned on but doesn't resemble. The township says council will sit down and digest the audit, then move quickly.
We're hopeful to come up with some strategies to move forward by the end of the month.
Desjardins says she doesn't know how the new structure of the department will look, but that in this case, change will be a very good thing.
Let's not step backwards. Let's move forward and make it the best possible place to work.
The Hughes report comes only weeks after the township received a report from Victoria lawyer Peter Lawless, who was hired in the summer to investigate claims of racism and harassment within Esquimalt Fire. Allegations included racial slurs, sexually demeaning comments, and hiring practices favoring Caucasians over non-Caucasians. Desjardins says the Lawless findings are confidential.
We received that on November 16th. And as I say, the recommendations have been implemented and/or are in the process of being implemented.
But have all of the problems within the Esquimalt Fire Department affected its level of service to the public? Ted Hughes asked firefighters if the division within the force has affected performance when called to an emergency. He was told, absolutely not. In Esquimalt, Andrew Johnson, A News.